Okay, so what we've done here is updated the global environment schema to be a version entity using VerSort. We defined the 0th version as defined in the issue 4160. Then we did the same with the first version, which we also defined as the default and latest version. Then we wrote a migration function for the versions to be updated.
Hello, we have introduced this new feature of loading state for the Hoppscotch main repo. Now importing collections from any of these 5 sources, the user will be notified with this loading state that the process is underway. Thank you.
To migrate the code from lit.html to Vue components, first I rewrote the pop-up script to call the app.vue file, and in the app.vue file I rewrote the entire component again and all the implemented all the functionalities again and the same styles so that it mimics the original component. So here we are testing it. For test, I have the original extension loaded here. It looks like this, and now I will load the extension which I created, and here you can see it's reloaded. And when I load the extension which I added, it looks exactly the same as the original one, and it maintains the general stack of the Hoppscotch environment. I would like to mention that I have solved every open issue in the Hoppscotch UI repository, and here we will explore all the issues one by one, seeing how I solved them. This issue in the Hoppscotch UI repo to improve the existing buttons component. In this, the original Hoppscotch, it has 2 buttons, but it was asked to create only a single button which has the features of both and props for styling it. So I created a single button with the props for styling it, and I tested the code. For creating that, I created a button.vue file and shifted the code of primary and secondary button into a single file, and then edited the story of the button.vue file accordingly, and also edited all the instances where primary and secondary buttons were used and edited them according to the new button component which has single instance of a button. To add a feature of combo box component, first we'll see the UI. Here I've added a combo box component. We need to add the items separated by commas. Like here I entered some sample elements. You can see that they are added in the combo box component, and we can toggle it using the arrow. We can also add a placeholder for select an item, and also add a placeholder for the search button inside, and also add some model value props. So here we can see this works, and the search feature is also implemented correctly, and it works. For this, I added a file in the component smart folder for combo box, and also added its respective story to display it on the screen. The issue which I myself created in the Hoppscotch UI, error undefined is not an object in the checkbox component. Here you can see that I solved the issue, and the source is shown as intended of adding a back component. Here you can see the back component. We can get its background color, text color, and also the value it is having. This can be used for different purposes like showing the counter, number, and all. This of adding a skeleton component. As you can see here, it is used while loading so that the context is clear what is loading. Like if you want to load a video, we can do this. If we want to load text, we can use this. If we want to load an image, we can show this. I also added the options for adding the background color, skeleton color, and all the different colors. We can also change image width, image height, text width, text height, text total height, and video total width. We can toggle the values of text height and total text height to show the different number of lines in the text skeleton. Of adding a pagination component, it's the component which shows the page number below a page. As you can see, we can edit the current page, total number of pages, and also show the items per page, forward route, back route, and route to page. We can use the next button to go to the next page and previous to go to the previous, or also click the page number directly and jump over to the page. Next, I solved the issue of adding a breadcrumb component. Here you can see the breadcrumb component. We have the home components breadcrumb. We can edit this list by separated by commas in the items prop. Next, I solved the issue of adding a context menu component. It looks like this, and it's triggered whenever a right click or any event is triggered. We can add the items separated by commas in the props and even add the corresponding icons to all the options. Next, I solved the issue of adding a drop-down menu component. You can see it looks like this, and when we press the arrow, it shows the options in the drop-down menu with the animation. We can edit the title of the drop-down menu here and add the items separated by commas, and its corresponding icons also separated by commas.